going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown Warriors!
People still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. You can just feel the energy that play gave the entire team. 81 yards, he took it to the house. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Georgia offense will take over first and 10.
A first down for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going to take a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. Wide receiver shows motion. Direct snap. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
It's 3rd down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch called for and made. Set on 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide out in motion. They go to the ground. Finds his way for 3 after the 33. Third down after the run. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Good timing on the quick out. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
A 3rd and long coming up here. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Georgia.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Crosses the 35. He's off to the races. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick it away.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Didn't find much running room on first down. 2nd and 8 from their own 27. He's looking to throw. The sure hands. It's Peace. At midfield, he's got room. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Here we go.
They'll throw it on first down. They've got the screen set up. Oh, what a caught! They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Hawaii 14, Georgia 7.
They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
29 Philly, 2-9 Convoy.
Got his man quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Hawaii!
How about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. We better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. James Madison may not be leading town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from Harrisonburg every time. The Dukes have been racking up road wins since the Mickey Matthews days, and they got another one today. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can...
Trying to beat the D deep. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Got some room to run at the 30. Running inside the 20. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick 6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those little linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know, if you can break that...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawaii. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, he's going to take a chance. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David.
He wants to take the top off. Snags it down the right side. And he's running in the open. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Georgia.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and...
Looking deep down the right side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Adams. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. The Rainbow Warriors get the first down.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt, but I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
From the gun, running back gets the give. At the 20, he's got space. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Warriors!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper came on a 34-yard jump to the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score.
And the pass hits, picked off. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Now this offense is back on the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Quickly complete. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 100 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And the Rainbow Warriors will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. It's complete to the right. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to the well. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll go to the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Touchdown, Hawaii! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
On second down, he's looking downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off play action. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. He's going to let it go. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He'll take another shot here. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Thought he had the huge play with the interception. Instead, nabbed for PI, and it'll be 1st down for this offense. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Rainbow Warriors will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Georgia offense will take over 1st and 10.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. What could go wrong did in the 1st half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the 1st half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Hawaii. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Western Kentucky is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These toppers have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Troy.
He's got great speed.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. Running toward the tape. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Number 8.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the third quarter and get it back with an onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Looking to throw on second down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, these DBs better stay ready, man. I know you're losing the game by a lot right now, but this offense is still taking shots. So you've got to continue to stay ready and make plays like they were able to do on that last one, forcing the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback is snowed under. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And the Rainbow Warriors send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and look for room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon.
Nothing but green ahead. The 30. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Dogs!
Number 0.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
56, Georgia, 28.
Still down big here in the third quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if...
And the ball's free in the backfield. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Fast motion from the offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Finds his man. It's Agnew. And it's slipped out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The offense set for a first down play. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Offense gets set for second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Can't get him to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Georgia heads to the line with a first and goal. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Georgia.
Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
He'll try to tack on one more.
Is on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by a field goal over Navy. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Inside the 25. Touchdown, Warrior! And the beatdown has ensued. Well, this receiver is making this passing attack look like it's going against air.
No doubt, it does. It looks like it's on air. I tell you what, you got to find a way to rough this guy up a little bit. Be physical. Make sure he takes a toll instead of all these big plays he keeps making. Make him tired, physically dent him a little bit, make him have to work a little bit harder than you have.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third.
The end of the third quarter with the score, Hawaii 63, Georgia 35.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. He uncorks one deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They'll line up for a second down play.
Get set, get set. Longer. Gorilla, gorilla. Tuna.
They'll run play action. Looking to scramble. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum.
Cut it, cut it. Spire.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And they tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
The Hawaii offense returns to the field. The give to the tailback. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
325.
He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Kept it, and he's past the marker. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. A designed run for the quarterback. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. 2nd and goal coming up. This is a designed run. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On fourth down, looking to pass. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI, and as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Number 0.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stop? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Looking for the two-point try. They'll go with a direct snap. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And this is why you keep fighting. You just got your score on offense. Now you needed a miracle to come through with the onside kick so you can get one more possession to maybe go win this football game. Nice execution. And guess what? There's still time left on the clock.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. What a comeback this has been. They've just kept fighting and put themselves in position here, David.
This has been unbelievable. And once you get momentum going, a lot of time...
Touchdown, Bulldogs! Somehow, they got up off the deck, and they got back in the game, and they're all tied up.
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with a big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Middle Tennessee is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Murfreesboro, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over Michigan State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse. Intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the 1st down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
And as they come to the line, they have the lead, and they have the clock on their side. 1st and goal.
4-2 Spider.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll set up to throw. Got it set up on the outside. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.